Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I just wanted to have this like a clarification because of this previous video that I made, which actually it actually got so many views that I'm kind of surprised, because I always think that nobody would watch my video, but actually there are a lot of views in that video. And then there are also some people who commented that they're just unhappy with what I said. It's a true story that there is actually one of the boss of this brand that I talked about that I actually tell people that you should be careful with this brand. And she actually messaged me on Instagram last time when I have Instagram. She messaged me there, and then she was like, I forgot what she said, but she said something like, how dare you say something like this? What you said is absolutely not true. Stop spreading lies and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't actually thought that my video is going to have that kind of impact, but I'm making this video just to further clarify, because it has been quite a while since I made that video, and I just wanted to say that I stand by with everything what I said in that video. I'm not like backing down and like, oh, you know what, you're right. No, not really. Because of course everyone has their own point of view. You know what, if you have an opinion, you're entitled to your opinion, but I still stand by with what I said, and I still do not recommend you guys to get cheap plastic aligners. If you guys can see, it's obvious I actually have traditional braces. Like, even though actually traditional braces is so uncomfortable and you need to sacrifice a lot, I still think that it's still so much better than cheap plastic aligners. What I mean by cheap plastic aligners is, of course, some brands are such as like smiledirectclub or Become. Those are what I mean by cheap plastic aligners. Of course, Invisalign is not cheap plastic aligners, because they are definitely not cheap. Invisalign is super duper expensive. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the difference between Invisalign and those cheap plastic aligners, right? So, of course, to be honest, for me, this is just my opinion, because I actually asked several dentists. I actually have done my own research as well. How I do my research is I basically look at a lot of YouTube videos talking about braces, talking about clear aligners, and then I also read so many articles as well. And then on top of that, I also look at forums such as Reddit to basically just see like kind of trying to mix and match the opinion. So not just hear opinion from professionals, but also opinion from the people that have gone through those kind of experience themselves. That's what I get from my research, is that of course in cheap plastic aligners there are some success cases, but there are also a lot of them who are like super duper angry, and they just want their money back. Like literally they don't dare to continue the treatment, and then they want their money back.
His treatment starts off well.
The first 4 to 5 months, I was happy, because the teeth straightened out that had been crooked. Like, okay, this is gonna be pretty good, you know.
But after about 6 months,
that's when the tooth broke. I mean, I know that's when the loosening
tooth broke.
My tooth broke.
what were you thinking at that moment?
At that point, I put it back in, and it hurt really bad. I was like, no, this hurt my teeth. I said, I'm stopping right now.
But his teeth didn't stop breaking.
There.
Make sure that you really know what are the risks before paying for it. You know, that's literally what I said in that video. So I'm not trying to like fear monger you and say like, hey, that thing is so dangerous and stuff. All I'm saying is that do your research well, and weigh the risk, weigh the benefit, and see if you still wanted to do it. You need to be aware of the risk, because from what I gathered, the risk is a lot, and it's not worth the cheap fee that you're gonna pay. Okay, so back to the question, if Invisalign is better than the cheap aligners. So of course that is a lot better, because the first thing that is the huge difference is that for Invisalign you actually get a custom made aligner for you that is need to be adjusted. And sometimes it's also needed to like maybe attach something to your Invisalign. Some people, they have different cases, right? So sometimes some people, they have misaligned jaw and they need elastic, so they will probably attach elastic to your Invisalign, stuff like that. So that is why stuff like that you cannot like you cannot pre-made and then send it to you, and then you just have to change it every month without seeing the dentist. That's just really risky in my opinion. Like, it might go wrong, it might go right. The chance of actually getting it wrong is actually pretty big, to be honest, because of the no dentist visit. That's basically the key difference. The next thing is that for Invisalign, it actually has been approved in so many countries, in so many dentists as well, so many dentists recommending it. And during my research, I actually asked several different dentists, and then it's pretty interesting because some of them recommended it and some of them don't. If you compare to Invisalign, all dentists that I asked recommending it. Literally all dentists, even though they're not offering Invisalign, for example, they recommend it. And so far, I also have read several stories from people who use Invisalign, and most of them are really, really good. Like, okay, not most of them, all of them are really, really good. Like, none of them is like, okay, I want to stop, I want my money back and stuff like that. No, they don't. They don't have any regret. In fact, they were like super duper happy with Invisalign. Looking at like how they do the treatment and stuff like that, I feel like the price is worth it. Like, even though it's super duper expensive, it's actually worth it. So yeah, I was like, in my opinion, Invisalign is like the best of all, like even traditional braces and all. It's like literally the best. And of course, I can also tell you experience from me having braces. I'm literally going through this teeth straightening treatment myself. So I can tell you that for sure, teeth straightening treatment is not something that someone can pre-made for you, and then you just have to like change the aligner every month yourself without going to see the dentist. I just don't think that's a good option, in my opinion. So because like even for me, for these traditional braces, like I'm actually using the self-ligating I don't know how to spell self-ligating braces, and yeah, I still need to go to the dentist every month, and then sometimes like maybe they need to change the wire, and then sometimes they need to modify certain things, like maybe change the plan, like entirely change the plan. So there are actually certain plans that they need to change according to your condition. That is why you really, really need to go to the dentist every month to like take a look at the progress. So it's not something that you can get a box of it that is pre-made and you just have to change it yourself every month. Like, I feel like that's extremely risky. That is so risky. And yeah, I still stand by that opinion, even though I can tell you that the brace treatment that I have is so unpleasant, but so far it like there's no particular damage to my teeth or anything. In fact, like my teeth are actually getting a lot better, like literally so much better than last time. But the thing is, in those kind of cheap plastic retainer, cheap plastic aligners, there are some cases based on my research that the tooth literally broke. I mean, they are doing it themselves, right? They're not actually going to a dentist. So when they do that themselves, they put it in, and apparently maybe there is a bit of misadjustment. Maybe some part is just not the right fit, so maybe that tooth broke. So like that could happen. I don't know, maybe I don't know if my research is not that extensive, but I have never heard tooth broke when someone is doing braces, unless they do it to themselves. Like maybe they eat something super duper hard, then their tooth broke, like unless that happened. But there's never a case that their tooth broke just because of the braces. Like that, I just never heard that happening everywhere, honestly. And of course, I think in that video I also say to everyone that I'm making that video not because like I wanted to cut your income or something. All I want is that people should be informed. People should be like really know what are the risks and what are the advantages. So because the thing is, at that time I remember the reason why I decided to make that video is because a lot of these companies who are doing these cheap plastic aligners, they're only telling you the benefits. They're only telling you that, oh, it's gonna be this much, there's gonna be promotion, and then you don't have to visit dentist every month, and then you get all the aligner for your whole treatment and stuff like that. They're only telling you the benefits. They're only telling you what's good, but they're not telling you the risks. So that is the reason why I made that video, is so that people are aware of the risks. That's all. Yeah, so it's actually like literally in the middle of the night, and then I was editing and I realized I haven't said something. So this is just an additional thing that you should know about. During the straightening of your teeth, not only they make it look better, but it's also to make your bite better. So maybe the teeth after treatment looks a lot better, but after they analyze the bite and then some alignment of your teeth, like maybe this doesn't really match the bottom one or something like that, then they need to adjust again. So that is the reason why actually in braces treatment, like I think after 6 months or something, actually your teeth look a lot better already. Like even mine, it looks so much better. Like I feel like I can just take it off, but I cannot take it off yet, and there is the reason why I have a long journey to go, because they have to readjust the bite. So what I'm trying to say is that in the cheap aligner companies, they will post like a really great result pictures. They post before and after, but they don't really show like how was the bite. So you can't really see the bite. So what you only see is that, oh, okay, the teeth looks much nicer than before. But actually there's more to that in terms of teeth straightening. It's not just looks better, but does it function better? Does it bite well? How is the condition of the teeth itself? How's the condition of the gum? So sometimes you can't really see that in review photos, like before and after photos, something like this one right here. So sometimes you can't really see that in those kind of photos. Like you really have to feel it yourself as a person. Don't really fall for the images, because it's more than that. That kind of cheap plastic aligners is not really something that has absolutely no risk. In fact, like according to my research, okay, there's actually a lot of risks. So that's why I think that people should be informed. Even in braces treatment, dentists who are placing these braces on me, or whoever who's placing brackets on you, they will tell you first off what are the risks, some of the limitations. For example, if you have these braces, you cannot eat hard stuff, you have to eat soft stuffs. You gotta really clean it well. You have to like use you have to really use the floss, interdental brush, or anything like that. Like it's a lot of commitment. So they tell you first off like the downside of having this treatment. But I just noticed that for these kind of cheap plastic aligners, most of the time they don't tell you the downside. They will tell you all benefits. For me, everything that is related to people's health, like whether it is vitamin, medicine, or dental stuff, or the business or the company that is offering you that service, they have to be transparent, because it's regarding your health. So they need to be transparent. They need to be honest, completely honest with you. Yeah, that is the reason why up until now I still do not recommend, even though there are some negative comments in that video saying that, oh, I'm wrong, or I'm this, I'm that, I'm misinformed and stuff like that. So yeah, I know that, like I get their point of view, but it's just that I look at things differently, and from my perspective, that's how I feel. So that is why. So yeah, that is the reason why I'm like yeah, I'm like, I get it. Sometimes they just have different opinion and they just disagree with me. Like, yeah, I get it, but this still won't change my opinion. Like I still have this opinion to tell you that please do your research before falling for this type of cheap plastic treatment, because to be honest, like actually they are cheap. They're actually cheaper than like the traditional braces. Like I actually paid, I think, about 7,000 ringgit, and for those kind of cheap plastic aligners, they cost like I think about 5,000 something ringgit, which is like actually even cheaper than traditional braces. But it's yeah, again, I just feel like there's a lot of risk that for me, I wouldn't take it. I do not recommend people, but again, like if you still feel like, you know what, I still want to take it, like I mean, go ahead. But still, again, do your research and make sure you are informed of what are the risks and not just the benefits. And yeah, that's all what I wanted to say. And again, like there are actually there are some negative comments in that video, and I actually don't respond to them sometimes because I just feel like, you know what, it's like kind of hard, because like I have this other point of view, and then they have other point of view, so it's like we're going that direction, we're not gonna meet in between or stuff like that. So that is why I'm like, you know what, I think I just leave that be and not comment on anything. So just to make things easier for you guys, because I guess the mistake in that video that I did is that I didn't really put my research materials there. So in this video, I'm actually going to put all the links of my research. Then you can definitely just see them for yourself. But of course, for the things like I asked several dentists myself, like of course I cannot like put that in. I don't have that in any link. So yeah. Yeah, that's actually all I wanted to say in this video. Of course, if you are actually doing research before getting one of those cheap plastic aligners, well, good for you. All I want is that you actually get a straighter or better teeth in a healthy way. I just don't want people to like just wanted to have better teeth, but then they don't care about the risk, and then later on they actually have more damages than their previous teeth. That's literally all my intention is here. I'm literally not trying to like close down a certain business, steal people's rice bowl. I'm not getting any money from here. Like even in that video, like I don't get anything. I only get views. Like I don't eat views. Okay. Of course, if you still have any doubts, let me know in your comments down below. Sometimes I might reply, sometimes I might not. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video is beneficial for you. I hope this video is useful for you. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.